The female CEO woke up, feeling like the sky was falling, somehow got tangled up with a 50-year-old man, just as she tried to sneak out of bed. The man suddenly woke up, her face darkened instantly. She threw a bank card at him, 500 grand as compensation, told him to forget everything that happened last night. The man was about to refuse, but his phone rang just then. His mother was urging him to come home, to get married to a rich man, but the CEO knew that man was no good at all. To escape the arranged marriage, she had a sudden idea, turned around and told the man who she was, then dragged him straight to the marriage registry. Not long after they got married, the man suddenly remembered. Today was his grandson's 100-day banquet. The CEO immediately called her assistant to custom tailor him an insanely expensive suit, told him to go ahead to the party. She'd catch up after handling some business. Meanwhile, the man's ex-wife had already arrived, with her new husband by her side. When the man walked into the hall in his sharp suit, the high-end tailoring stunned the crowd. The bully's face shifted slightly. He couldn't believe his eyes. The ex-wife sneered coldly, said the suit must be rented. No matter how fancy the outfit, he still reeked of poverty. As soon as she finished, she stepped forward to block him, her face full of disgust, mocked that he was covered in low-class germs, and forbade him from approaching her precious grandson. The daughter-in-law instinctively stepped back. Other guests also moved away. Just then, the man's biological son finally showed up, strolling in casually. He tossed a bunch of luxury car keys at his dad. The man was stunned, thinking his son was gifting him a car, but to his shock, the ungrateful son told him to go park it. He froze on the spot. Then the son threw a wad of cash at his face, mocking him for being just a security guard, only fit for this kind of low-class job. His heart turned cold instantly. He never imagined the son he raised for over 20 years would humiliate him like this. What crushed him even more was his son publicly calling the bully dad and completely denying him. He turned to leave, but the bully stepped forward, grabbed him hard, and dumped a potted plant on his head, laughing loudly that he was just a useless coward, that even his wife and kid had left with someone better. The crowd burst into laughter. The man finally snapped and smashed the plant right back at the bully's head. But the bully wasn't done. He called his men over, ready to beat the man to death. At the same time, the female CEO had just uncovered the truth. Years ago, the man who saved her when her life was on the line was this very man being humiliated by everyone. Her face changed dramatically. She stood up at once and rushed straight to the banquet scene.